First NCAA tournament for this program since 2012. How good does that feel?
It feels incredible. This team came together in some ways that are absolutely amazing. The amount of adversity that we've battled off the course, this getting to the postseason for us is much more than just golf.
And I mean, you want to stay a while. It's like getting there is good, but you don't want the party to end after.
That's right. We're not going down there for a participation ribbon. Our job isn't done. The girls are hungry. We have got more to prove. This is a team that can do that, so we're going to connect the dots and hopefully run it pretty deep into the tournament.
Now, Brian was telling us this actually started last year at the NCAA tournament when two girls were paired up together, and it's like, hey, we're both going to USF last year. We got to turn things around. So this has been a while coming.
It was really cool. So between MG and Elise getting to regionals, they were actually paired together in the first round last year. And when MG knew that Elise would be joining us and that she was coming off being a medalist at her conference championship, they knew that they could pack a pretty good 1-2 punch and that they were going to help lead the way and get us to the postseason.
Now, this has been a goal for you since you got here, so just to finally get over that hump, what does this feel like?
It's the ultimate validation. I think that you can get here quicker if you're willing to take shortcuts, but for Coach Stevens and I, we were very adamant that we were going to do things the right way. We weren't going to cut corners, and we were going to continue to put people over golf scores. And so that's what we've done. We've been consistent with that. So to see that come to fruition, it's the ultimate in validation.
And the golf scores came.
And the golf scores came, absolutely.
And you have players like Melanie and Elise. Just to be consistent, I mean, over multiple seasons, I mean, what does that say about their level of play and how they can stay consistent?
Yeah, MG specifically is one of the most mentally tenacious golfers that we've ever had the privilege to coach. When she steps between the ropes, she wants to step on your metaphorical throat, and that's really rare in golf because typically you're not playing head-to-head against competitors, you're playing the golf course. But there's an aura and a persona about MG that when she gets in there, she is ready to absolutely take it low, and she does. And Elise follows right behind and does the same thing.
I don't think I've ever heard golf described that way. When you're ready to step on someone's throat. It's a combat sport out there.
Yeah, it's a brutal sport.
What are the feelings like on Monday? I'm sure some of them nervous but excited at the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, and we've been working with Dr. Lee, who's our sports psychologist here. He does an incredible job on the performance side as well as the clinical psychology side. So for us, here's the great news. The things that we can control, which you always want to try to control as many variables as you can in our sport. We're going to have Bermuda grass greens. It's heat and humidity. It's a Florida golf course. It's things that we're used to. And so I think that bodes well for us. So the goal is to keep them calm, but to keep them hungry. And that really is the sweet spot of where they play their best golf.
Yeah, I mean, it means the world. I said previously, like going in as an individual, like it was a lot of fun, but I knew I was with my teammates. So to have this opportunity to go on this adventure with them is something that I'll always remember. So.
Your coach described you as a throat stepper, someone that steps on throats at tournaments. Is that how you feel about yourself?
I'm not that mean. I'll say it in a nicer way maybe, but I'm not that mean.
Your play maybe is that mean.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. I like to play golf.
Coach said the team is not going for a participation ribbon. You guys want to make a statement there?
No, yeah, we're not going to just say, hey, we made it here. No, we're going to do some damage. So.
And you're in a pretty stacked field. I mean, does that kind of raise your level of anticipation, motivation to continue playing really good golf?
Yeah, maybe excitement. I wouldn't really say that we're going there. Duke's here, but we beat Duke earlier in the year. Like we're not. We're not too worried about it. If we go and do our own thing, you'll see what happens. So. We're excited.
Is the fact that this program hasn't been there in 9 years, is that something that drives this group?
I don't know that's really the heart of it. I think we're all just a bunch of really cool people that like to be around each other, and we happen to be pretty decent at golf. So it's just kind of a byproduct. We're all really happy to just kind of be a close-knit group like we are. Team chemistry is something that has gotten slowly just better and better each year that I've been here. So yeah, it's something we weren't like, yeah, we're gonna make it to, like we were just kind of say, hey, we're gonna go out and show the bulls and show everybody what the bulls are about. So yeah, it's just kind of a byproduct of just a really good environment of the team.
And speaking of team chemistry, you got a little head start on that at last year's regional as an individual.
Yeah.
Let's explain that one to us.
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, I made it there, so that was awesome, whatever, but I didn't play as well as I had wanted to. I met Zay, who was coming in to be a part of this group, which was awesome. And she was really cool at regionals, and she was awesome. She wanted to say go Bulls even then, and she wasn't even with us. So that just kind of shows you how much we are bought into this program and being a part of something a little bit bigger than ourselves. So like I said, regionals was fun as an individual, but it'll be spectacular as a team.
And maybe during, when you were actually competing against one another last year, the talk wasn't about this year, but, off the course, was it, hey, we have an opportunity to do something next year?
Yeah, like I said, before the start of the season, none of our goals were, none of those particular goals, we got to make it to postseason, we got to do all these things, it's just, like I said, it's a byproduct. We all wanted to play good golf, and if we did what we knew we were capable of, it was going to happen. It wasn't like, oh, we gotta play well to get there. It's like, no, we're just got to do ourselves, and we will get there. It's not like this high achieving thing that is so unattainable that it's not so kind of
more than some other sports where you're in a team, but you're on an island when you're hitting. Just talk about how you have to have that together as a team too to get this far collectively.
Yeah, I think correctly, but I think we do a really good job as a team compared to a lot of the other teams sharing the energy across the 5, 6, 7 holes that we're on. So if you guys come out and watch us, we're we're screaming hey, great putt, good or nice birdie. We're always kind of, even if it's fake, we could have just walked off a double, but we don't want the other person behind us to know that we did that, right? So just sharing a lot of good energy, which we're really good about. So yeah, as long as we just keep doing that, we'll be just fine.
Good vibes only.
Good vibes only. Out of coffee. Out of coffee.
That's all I got.